Okay, good morning, folks. This is Pastor Lewis M. Floyd Jr. back with you this morning, saying God bless, enjoy the journey, and shalom. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been laid upon my heart to present this at some time. And I'm pastor at Jesus Best Shalom in Sparta, Georgia. And I hope you enjoyed this video because we're going to try to stop the mouth of liars. But I can only do so much. As a Messianic pastor and a Messianic believer, we believe that Jesus Christ is the Messiah. And when we say Messiah, we believe He's the Jewish Messiah that came into the world to bring the whole world into one fold under the Israel of God. As a Messianic pastor and a Messianic believer, I claim to follow Jesus Christ. And as a Messianic believer, I couldn't believe that Jesus Christ would be a liar. But see, folks, this today is called the Wailing Wall. Okay? They claim that this is what was a retaining wall that held up the Temple Mount. But folks, if you trace the history and folks that want to know truth, this is not the Temple Mount. It's a retaining wall of what was once known in Jerusalem as the Fort Antonia. 36 acres where the 10th Roman Legion held its encampment. Now, a famous Jew and historian, Josephus, has been made this known in his books, Antiquities of the Jews, that this is the Roman encampment. Okay? You see these Jews down here at the Wailing Wall. Jesus called them the synagogue of Satan. They actually worship Satan. Here at the retaining wall, they stand and they pray and they rock back and forth and they put little notes in there thinking that they are of God when they don't even worship God in spirit and truth, according to Jesus Christ. They are apostates, and Revelation calls them the synagogue of Satan. Well, on top of this mountain of 36 acres, you found what they call the Dome of the Rock, another false religion of the Muslims who have their cult. Well, that's fine with me. The ignorant can keep that Dome of the Rock up there because they're not where the original temples were. That is the first temple built under Solomon and the second temple that was rebuilt under King Herod. Now, folks, so-called Christians alike, along with the Jews and the Muslims, like to claim this is the Temple Mount. But no self-respecting person that claims to believe in any Jesus Christ would ever believe that this is the Temple Mount. Because Jesus, not only being the Messiah, He was a Jewish rabbi, and He was a prophet of God, as a man. Look at this real close. You see one stone stacked upon another? It's a wall, and it's still part of the Temple Mount. If any part of this Temple Mount was still standing today, that would make Jesus Christ a liar. Do you believe Jesus Christ is a liar? Folks, rabbis can't be telling the truth. Muslim imams can't be telling the truth. And so-called Christian pastors can't be telling the truth if they believe and tell their people that this is the Temple Mount. Folks, anything you want to know, you better find in the Bible. You see one stone stacked upon another? Let's see what Jesus Christ has to say about this retaining wall and one stone being stacked upon another. Folks, we're in the book of Matthew chapter 24. And let's begin with the first verse of chapter 24. Then Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and His disciples came up to show Him the buildings of the temple. And Jesus said to them, Do you not see all these things? As surely I say to you, not one stone shall be left here upon another that shall not be thrown down. Folks, not one stone shall be upon another that shall be thrown down. Look closely, folks. One stone upon another. Jesus said to His disciples, Do you not see all these things? Assuredly I say to you, not one stone shall be left here upon another and that shall not be thrown down. These don't look like no stones that's been thrown down. They look like they stacked upon another, folks. Somebody got to go to hell. There's lies being told on Jesus Christ, folks. If you're a so-called Christian and you believe that this is a Temple Mount, you make Jesus Christ out to be a liar. If this is any part of the Temple Mount, then Jesus Christ is a liar. Okay? And I would hate to think that Jesus Christ is a liar and stand before him on Judgment Day and call him a liar. Folks, one stone upon another, look at them. There's one stone upon another. Either the Muslims of their false religion are liars. Either these apostate Jews, which Jesus called the synagogue of Satan, they're liars. And so-called Christian pastors that go along with these apostate Jews and say that this is the temple wall, the Wailing Wall, part of the Temple Mount. Either they're liars or Jesus Christ. Folks, you can't believe in Jesus Christ and believe he's a liar. If your pastor tells you these are Temple Mounts, he's a liar. If your Jewish rabbi tells you that this is the Temple Mount, he's a liar. If you're under a Muslim imam and he tells you that this is the Temple Mount, you've been deceived just like the Jews and the so-called Christians, and he's a liar, and you've been deceived. Folks, this is nothing but deceivement. All these folks are deceived. So-called Christians are deceived. So-called pastors are deceived. The so-called rabbis are deceived. Folks, this is not the Temple Mount. Jesus said not one stone shall be upon another one. Jesus Christ is not a liar. But if your pastor that claims to follow Jesus Christ and says this is the Temple Mount, guess what? Somebody got to die and go to hell. That's right, somebody got to go to hell. And the Bible tells us today, all liars shall have their part in the lake of fire with many other sinful folks. Are you going to continue on in your ignorance and foolishness and go along with people and believe that this is the Temple Mount? Folks, hell is a long time to be wrong. This is not the Temple Mount. This is the retaining wall of Fort Antonia. Part of a foundation of a Roman encampment of heathens and pagans that was sent down there in the Roman Empire to overlook the Jews and keep them under control. Folks, no longer be deceived. Jesus Christ is not a liar. Or at least the one I serve is not a liar. And if you believe that this is, you have been deceived, and prepare yourself for the lake of fire. It's sad. Somebody got to go to hell. Peace to all, folks. Shalom Aleichem. God bless. Enjoy the journey. Pastor Louis M. Floyd Jr. out.